This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 653, Not Willing to Settle in Your Love Life, and How to Tell if a Guy Has True Soulmate Potential, both by Dr. Diana Kirschner of loveinninetydays.com. Hello, everybody. Happy middle of the week. I am Greg Audino, and welcome to the show where I narrate some of the best relationship blogs we can find. You picked a good day to be here because it's a twofer today, as I will be narrating two posts from Dr. Kirschner. It's especially useful for those of you who are questioning your dating experiences and the qualities of your partner, so listen up. Let's learn more from Dr. Kirschner's expert perspective right now and start optimizing your life. Not Willing to Settle in Your Love Life by Dr. Diana Kirschner of loveinninetydays.com. Are you not willing to settle in your love life? Does it seem like there are no good ones out there? Do you find yourself dating men and then backing out of seeing them because of various defects? This guy is too cynical. That one has bad teeth. The other anxiously spilled his espresso macchiato grande all over his shirt. If you're honest, pretty much every guy who has expressed an interest in you has had something wrong with him. But you keep reminding yourself that you're not willing to settle. Does that sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. Countless women struggle with this not perfect, I'll pass, deadly dating pattern. It's one of the most common and most self-sabotaging dead-end patterns that I describe in my book, Love in 90 Days. The not perfect, I'll pass, dead-end dating pattern. As Lori Gottlieb describes in her excellent book, Marry Him, The Case for Settling for Mr. Good Enough, women can be picky when it comes to their suitors. They practice what I call the laws of repulsion, sitting on their high horses and judging the man's physical qualities or behavioral traits. This guy is too paunchy, too bald, too old, too young, or even too good looking. That one has hands that are just too small. Other deal breakers: bad taste in music, a cheesy sense of humor, loves me too much, or is too predictable. One perfectly intelligent, accomplished, single-for-a-long-time gal recently told me that she could just tell by hearing a guy's name that he was wrong for her. And it was not some bizarre moniker. The negative judgments spewing from this self-sabotaging belief are usually based on superficial traits. You become an expert in getting rid of all those defective bad guys who could never be the one. You tell yourself it's because you're not willing to settle. But guess what? These complaints, including the typical ones that I've listed above, have nothing to do with the qualities that make for a partner who can provide lasting love and happiness. Study after study has shown that the most important variables leading to happy relationships and marriages are a guy's, and your, character virtues, especially empathy, concern for others, and willingness to grow. So, not only did you ditch the bad ones, but you threw out the good ones, the great ones, and all the in-between ones too. Curious what's behind the self-sabotaging, dead-end dating pattern of not being willing to settle? You may have trouble hearing this, but bear with me. You unconsciously project your own feelings of inadequacy onto each guy you meet or date. The flaw in them becomes blinding, completely and totally turning you off. You run, and your reactions are nothing more than defensive maneuvers designed to guard against being rejected yourself. Then you wonder why there are no good guys out there. I know, this last part is not really you. Not willing to settle. Research shows it is contempt that kills off the possibility of love. Instead of being nitpicky and acting out of these laws of repulsion, it is important that you change your perception. Yes, you change. Notice what is really at the guy's core in terms of his values and character. If you don't, your relationship killer belief and the attitudes associated with it set up a whole host of negative vibes, as well as emasculating and cold behavior that has men heading for the hills. Trust me, most great men who are looking for a long-term relationship don't want that. What they really want is warmth. If you have the not being willing to settle dating pattern, you could have already thrown away perfectly great guys, any one of whom would have brought you happiness. So, here's my challenge to you. Commit to giving the guys who express an interest in you a real chance. So the next time you find yourself thinking, I'm not willing to settle, and then getting turned off by something small, try a better way. Focus instead on something you like about the guy, especially if he is willing to grow as a person. If you spark chemistry with him, he could be a better and better match for you over time. Remember, love often comes in a surprise package. So, that was Dr. Kirschner's first article entitled Not Willing to Settle in Your Love Life. And speaking of relationships, if there's a relationship problem that's been bugging you for some time, guidance and expertise from a trusted professional can give you fresh solutions to your most pressing issues. And where better to go than BetterHelp Online Counseling? It offers you a safe and private online setting to seek help. BetterHelp's licensed counselors specialize in areas like relationships, family conflicts, anxiety, and more. You can schedule sessions at your own time and pace. If you don't like communicating with your counselor through video, you can choose to communicate through text, chat, or the phone, whichever you're most comfortable with. And you can request a new counselor at no additional charge if you're unhappy with your current counselor. BetterHelp is available worldwide with a network of 3,000 U.S. licensed therapists. No lengthy scheduling processes here, as you can start communicating with your therapist in less than 24 hours. You may even qualify for financial aid. Best of all, it's a truly affordable option. Optimal Relationships Daily listeners get 10% off their first month with discount code ORD. So, why not get started today? Go to betterhelp.com/ORD. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor you'll love. That is betterhelp.com/ORD. How to Tell If a Guy Has True Soulmate Potential, also by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovin90days.com. Do you wonder if he has true soulmate potential? You meet a guy who checks all the boxes on your dream husband list. He's smart, successful, in shape, owns a beautiful townhome, and spends his free time traveling to exotic places. On the first date, he takes you to a nice restaurant overlooking the water. Somewhere in between his story of closing that difficult business deal and telling you about his funny Labrador retriever, you become totally smitten. You're certain he has soulmate potential. You spend the next week daydreaming about your perfect future together. Until things take a turn for the worse, and he turns out to be a total jerk who is controlling with money and seems to only care about himself. Heartbroken, you wonder how you missed all the red flags. Don't beat yourself up. It's natural to get excited when you meet someone with major potential. But when it comes to dating, moderation is key. And the most powerful way to achieve moderation is to casually date a couple of guys at the same time without having kissing and some canoodling is okay, with any of them. Approaching dating this way enables you to take things slow and find men who will really stay the course. And it gives you time to assess whether a guy is truly right for you. During these early stages of dating someone, I recommend you ask yourself the following questions to see if they have true soulmate potential. These will help you quickly weed out the duds so you can focus on the guys who have it going on, the ones who have long-term potential. Key things to notice to determine soulmate potential. Is he quick to pick up the check after a date? Is he empowered in his life? Does he envision what he wants and then go for it? Is he learning and growing as a person and in his career? Do you feel you can be yourself with him? Does he show signs that he thinks marriage is a great or at least a good thing? Does he treat waitstaff well? Is he considerate, thoughtful, and loving towards people? Does he come from a family where there were role models of loving marriages? Do you feel good about yourself with him? Does he compliment you and ask you thoughtful questions about yourself and life? Is he supportive of your success? Is he mostly positive when talking about previous relationships? The more yes soulmate signs, the more likely he has real soulmate potential and can keep up with a successful, smart woman like you. Only then should you think about being exclusive with him. In the meantime, take the soulmate quiz while you're pondering your next move. Remember, you deserve a great guy who is not only an equal, but also treats you like the amazing catch that you are. The more quickly you let go of the duds, the sooner you'll meet the one. You just listened to the posts, plural, titled, Not Willing to Settle in Your Love Life, and How to Tell If a Guy Has True Soulmate Potential, both by Dr. Diana Kirschner of lovin90days.com. And now it is time to wrap up today's episode, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you back here tomorrow as we spend the remainder of the week on parenting material, where your optimal life awaits.